Hello, today I am going to be discussing the Gottman method and exploring couples' experiences with infidelity. My name is Cecilia Dunn and I am your host today. Let's get started. The agenda, the introduction, the discussion about infidelity, when the end draws near and what that means, challenges that partners encounter after and during non-consensual relationships outside of a committed relationship, Gottman's approach on infidelity, Gottman's tools and techniques that would benefit a relationship therapist, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, learning tools and interventions, and lastly, my references used. The Gottman method was introduced by John and Julie Gottman, who are not only a married couple but the founders of the Gottman Institute. In the Gottman method, it is an approach to therapy that has a significant approach to understanding couples and in conducting couples therapy. This uncommon approach is a result of 50 years of research where Julie and John Gottman were able to increase their understanding of how relationships work and in understanding factors that lead someone to commit infidelity and or divorcing. Gottman's research has identified key signs of relationships dying, which are also motives in an individual committing infidelity. Challenging partner encounters are also examined and give details on how couples should respond and expect during and after an extradiatic relationship has taken place. Gottman wants couples to understand what is a toxic words to hear in therapy and provide specific steps for understanding infidelity and in assessing whether the relationship can and should be restored. There are specific suggestions for tools and techniques that professionals should know when helping couples that they can help teach to their clients, such as therapists gaining a full understanding of what the sound relationship house is and how to restore the foundation of the house by building love maps. Okay, so in discussing what infidelity is, someone who commits infidelity might engage in a multitude of activities considered to be infidelity for the individual, which includes being involved in an extradiatic relationship. When someone commits infidelity, they have emotional connections with others that goes beyond the boundaries of a non-intimate relationship. In the act of infidelity, someone has an inappropriate relationship outside of one's committed relationship, in which may be a physical relationship, which includes intercourse, or an emotional infidelity where a person feels as if they are falling in love with someone else, and they choose to confide in that person more than they would their own partners. But why does someone resort to committing infidelity? According to Gottman, reasons people choose infidelity. The reason can be quite complex in understanding and vary in reasons. People may choose to commit infidelity when the relationship begins experiencing trouble. However, infidelity can also happen in a relationship where both partners seem content. In a relationship where both partners are seen as content, one or both partners could be struggling with feelings of depression and low self-esteem. Other reasons include deficits within the relationship, such as there being a lack of affection or communication. Infidelity can be linked to other problematic conditions such as having a fear of intimacy, having a fear of facing conflicts, and using the extradiatic relationship as a way to get out of their current relationship issues. Research shows that extradiatic relationships do not just happen. They are a result of a gradual process of turning away from their partners, even before the other partner has even thought about cheating. So what leads to infidelity? When a partner begins turning away, they may avoid confiding their needs as a way of avoiding conflicts. This is a point when a partner may begin to keep secrets from their partner, or avoid problems such as discussing painful interactions and occurrences with each other. Holding on to painful feelings eventually can lead to resentment because one partner is not revealing their true self. When there is negative feelings, one partner may begin to make negative comparisons about their partner with someone else. This is known as a sliding door moment because this is where someone can rationalize getting their needs met outside of their relationship. Other reasons include not feeling fully committed to one another and a lack of trust in their partner. Negative sentiment override, addictions, and childhood trauma. So what exactly is a negative sentiment override? It's a definition and theory which examines how a couple or partner may hold on to negative emotions from negative interactions with their partner. Gottman's When the End Draws Near. I felt it was important to include when a couple has found themselves unable to make the relationship work. At this stage in the relationship, there is persistent fighting and unhappiness in the relationship. The couple will rewrite their history of what they remember the most about their relationship. This is often when couples may finally decide to give therapy a chance as a last straw. There are 4 stages that may signify a relationship is not going to make it, and these are: 1. The couple may see their problems as just too severe to attempt to fix. 2. At this stage, talking things over seems like it will not make a difference. Couples have been living side by side. 4. The loneliness sets in because there is no emotional connection. This is when couples may decide to cheat, turning to an extra-dyadic relationship for what they think love and support is. Challenging partner encounters after and during non-consensual relationships outside of a committed relationship. In the Gottman approach, the partner who has not given consent to this kind of relationship will likely feel betrayed and grieve over the loss of the relationship. John Gottman states that it is imperative that partner encounters should be discussed only in a therapeutic setting. Discussing the encounter alone can traumatize the client, and some ways of healing from betrayal is to help the client understand the conditions that may have led to the partner choosing to have an extra-dyadic relationship. There is no set time limit for healing, and a client who has been betrayed cannot heal until they have processed the trauma with a relationship counselor. The partner who has been betrayed is likely struggling with an array of emotions from post-traumatic stress disorder, hypervigilance, depression, and anger. Other aspects to address are to look at the typology and attachment style of each partner. The partner who has been betrayed will likely learn that this isn't their fault and that their partner chose to engage in an extra-dyadic relationship. Using the Gottman assessment of future betrayal will help the couple by providing an assessment score that looks at whether the couple is at risk of having betrayal occur again. After this assessment has been administered, it is crucial to assess the client's reactions to the questionnaire. Another great assessment to use is the Story of Us questionnaire, which helps the client who has been betrayed to see whether they can really trust their partners and want to stay in the relationship, or whether they should separate from their partner. Gottman's approach on infidelity. It is common to hear many therapists and ministers tell clients to move on after an affair has ended, but John Gottman's approach: it's important to process why the client has chosen to have an affair, whether the extra-dyadic relationship is sexual or emotional. It's important to understand what purpose it served for the client. I have provided here a listing of some counterproductive approaches that John Gottman warns are harmful therapy tips and should not be told to clients. 1. You need to forgive and forget what has happened. 2. The act of cheating on your partner with a prostitute or someone for sex is not as bad as other type of affairs. You have to forgive the betrayer eventually. The partner who has been betrayed likely has an attitude that has led their partners away. The couple should do whatever it takes to stay together. Women need to just accept how men are. If it was something that occurred years ago, it shouldn't matter anymore. The partner who has been betrayed is likely overreacting. Affairs are inevitable. It wasn't an affair if it was just an emotional connection or sexual online fantasizing. What is Gottman's trust revival method? Phase 1 is a tone, to basically listen to their partner who has been hurt and betrayed as they open up about how they feel and are affected. They may have questions about the affair. In a tone, there's no time limit, and in this phase, some people go through it very quickly while others may take a long time. Phase 2 is attunement and may continue on into Phase 2 and Phase 3. In this phase, couples go over why an affair happened, looking at what the cheater needed out of that relationship, while the betrayed partner shares how this affected them. Phase 3 is when the couple can finally face each other. In this phase, the couple can begin to build connections as well as work on romance and passion. Gottman's tools and techniques that would benefit a relationship therapist. Discussing methods from the 7 principles for making marriage work. These are methods that help to build strength, adaptability, warmth, protection, trust, and affection within a relationship. Teaching therapists about the 7 principles helps therapists to be able to identify and inform couples to see what areas of their relationship are weak. They learn attributes that strong marriages have, such as maintaining a strong marital friendship and maintaining positivity when communicating. These include building the love map, which includes getting to know your partner, knowing where they are from and what they like in general. Share fondness and admiration has to do with how partners choose to tell their partners that they love them. Turning towards instead of away looks at how the client chooses to make their partner a friend instead of an enemy. Taking on the positive perspective is a tool that cannot be achieved in therapy alone, but requires that the couple make an effort to build a friendship with their partners, having a union which cultivates teamwork as well as work towards having passion in their relationship. Managing conflicts allows the couples to learn new ways to communicate with one another. Understanding what both partners' dream are allows the couples to discover what their partners are truly dream about in life. And lastly, therapists can learn to create meaning that is shared. Means understanding what brings meaning to each partner and learning to bring together a newly created culture with beliefs and values that are part of both partners' traditions. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The therapist will look for the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which includes criticism, defensiveness, contempt, and stonewalling. Criticism means putting the partner down, their personality and character. This is not criticizing a specific issue. An example would be to say, "You never do this right." Defensiveness occurs when the client is feeling attacked and may respond back harshly, defending themselves or questioning why the other partner is attacking them. even when they are not being spoken to harshly. Contempt and stonewalling are more serious signs that the relationship is falling apart. You will see a partner mocking what the other partner has said, rolling their eyes, or sneering after they talk. Contempt is a severe symptom because it actually signifies disgust. Stonewalling happens when the relationship has a harsh startup. Stonewalling occurs more in men than women. Stonewalling is not listening to their partner anymore. They are choosing to remain silent and unresponsive because what they feel that is occurring is overwhelming. Stonewalling is usually more problematic in the marriage after problems have been occurring for a while. The partner disengages The four horsemen of the apocalypse can predict divorce or separation by how harsh the startup is and the flooding of the four horsemen. There are physiological changes that can cause the heart to speed up as well, over 100 beats per minute, and hormone changes that occur, such as an increase in adrenaline and blood pressure. Gottman's research has found that men are more reactive and slower in recovering from stressful situations than women. The flooding of the four horsemen occasionally does not mean a couple will divorce. However, these four characteristics occur frequently and routinely, then the relationship is in great trouble. Learning tools and interventions. Using Gottman's sound relational house theory, a therapist could firstly focus on building love maps, which is the ground floor and foundation for the sound relationship house. It is important for couples to take time to continue to get to know each other. Sometimes changes in life, such as having children, changing jobs, retirement, and growing older, are an example of how a person can change and feel differently about life, and their partners sometimes can feel like the person they once knew is changing. Couples can do this by staying deeply connected in therapy. The couple would be asked about their history together, what their goals are for coming to therapy, as well as their beliefs and their values that are a part of the relationship. Some exercises that the couple can try is the Love Map 20 questionnaire and later the Love Map 20 question game. The couple will spend time rediscovering aspects of fondness and respect that they had in the beginning of their relationship. Utilizing the Love Map question game will give couples a thorough map of what their partner's aspirations are, hopes, dreams, as well as fears. Low scoring would reveal that couples need to take time to get to know each other more so they have an understanding of who they are. Perhaps there have been life changes that have come in one or both partners' lives. When partners take the time to continuously learn about their other partner, the foundation of the relationship can become stronger. Building love maps requires partners to set aside their biases and judgment. In the Gottman method, the therapist is also a coach that leads couples to completing exercises such as asking open-ended questions and using the Who Am I exercise. The Love Map 20 questionnaire game is an intervention that is made for partners to enjoy time together, to continue to learn about the concepts of love and learning how to use them in a relationship. I want to thank you for being a part of this presentation on the Gottman method and exploring couples' experiences with infidelity. Gottman's research has revealed that individuals who are committing infidelity or have in the past did not just cheat out of the blue. There usually is a slow process of rationalizing such behavior and pushing the committed partner away. The betrayed partner is left questioning why this happened in their relationship and blaming themselves for not seeing it. In this slideshow, I have spoken briefly about Gottman's incredible findings on relationships and infidelity, showing what signs there are for the relationship that is dying and tools to use to restore the first floor of the sound relationship house, which is to build love maps. Here is a listing of a few of my references used. Thank you.